It was a long, slow march out of Eden. We didn't know just what we were leaving, but our curious hearts had us believing we'd be okay. Along the path we ventured to freedom. For what we seek we had no reason. It was a heart whose doubt was fleeting, led us to say,
호두 명이면 한리는
I ran all the way here, but now I can't see the reasons. I tried too hard to make a better reality. So I ran all the way here, just for the chance that you'd come to. I've been waiting all day to come here and see you. It helped me deny my loneliness. So I ran all the way here, and I don't even know who you are.
Jagged metronome of typewriter key. A simple thought brings you, and I'm thankful every day. I'm so glad I found you the old-fashioned way. In a time when we want it all, everything's so fast. Write a text, no time to call. To slow down, oh, I pray. I'm so glad I found you the old-fashioned way. I'll write to you with ink from a pen. Feel the weight as the words sink in. metronome of typewriter keys. Another page done, my soul at ease, and I'm thankful every day. I'm so glad I found you the old-fashioned way. I'm so glad I found you the old-fashioned way. I'm so glad I found you the old-fashioned way.
Gate number F và phiếu ôn tập. One, two, to Beijing. Gate number F.